Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over the Sonic Forms pack featuring Super Sonic, Grind Shoe Sonic, and the WEREHOG from Jakks Pacific. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. Here is the box for the Sonic Forms pack featuring Super Sonic, WEREHOG, and Sonic with grind shoes, apparently. On the bottom, we get Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic himself running through a ring. Movie reference, maybe? On the side, we also get Jakks and 3+. On the top, we get the logo with a window showing the figures. And on the bottom, we get all the legalese and the barcode if you want to find this at Target. On one side, we get the logo, images of figures within the rings, as well as the name of the box set and the Jakks logo. On the other side, we get the Sonic logo, as well as Sonic running through the rings and the Jakks logo again. And on the back, we get larger pictures of the figures, Super Sonic, Sonic with grind shoes, and the WEREHOG, of course, in the Sonic Forms pack with more figures in the wave. There's Fang, as well as more logos everywhere. Now let's open up and check out this Sonic Forms pack. After snipping off some tape, this comes out to reveal a really cool backdrop over here. Very space station-y and super nice. And after snipping all the ties and pushing the figures out of the packaging very gently and carefully for all of these, we have Super Sonic's head sculpt we've seen before. It looks really good though, like a bunch of bananas in the back once again, like I've been saying for all this time. The eyes are painted a little bit off-center at points, and the skin tone is on par with the rest. I do like how this isn't colored in. It's pretty spot on. And we also get rotation over here. Very nice for the head. The body has no articulation. It looks pretty nice. I do like how this is a little bit darker than these arms. It's pretty good. And the hands are nice. We get a holding hand and a fist. And going around to the back, we do have the two quills as well as the tail looking awesome. And articulation for the arms is pretty nice. Just up and down. And you get a swivel as well. And a swivel over here, up and down ball joint. And the same for the other arm. The legs are really wobbly. This mold is showing its age hard. It's very sad to see. The shoes are at least painted pretty well. No noticeable horrible things I've seen on these. Actually, this is probably the best shoe I've seen, and this one is still pretty good. And articulation for this is fair. You get a swivel over here, and then back really far, forward really far, out really far as well, with in pretty nicely 90 degrees on that. And the shoes can move down and up, and then pivot as well as all the way around. And you can take it off, which is a feature I might show off later for something. We've seen this head sculpt for grind shoe Sonic a lot, and it's nice, but I wish he had a different expression, honestly. That'd be great. The colors are nice up here. Even though this eye is a little bit off-center, I do think they look nice together, and I like how this is painted a little bit darker than the rest. It adds more to the mouth. And going all the way around, we see that blue bunch of bananas over here. At least they look nice, and the quills are awesome over there as well, and the head swivels around too. Great. I've always liked the color of Sonic's body, this deep blue. It's very nice, but the tans are awesome too. I like how they stand out for the figure. It's great. My big gripe with this set though is they could have had opposite hands for Sonic, so you can switch them out at will. It doesn't work as well as possible, but they could have at least given us different hands, or the opposites at least. Basically everything is the same from Super Sonic here, including the back, the same quills and tail and everything, as well as the articulation. You get up and down all the way around, you get up and down, as well as a swivel and then a pivot. It's fine. And while the other side is the same, I do wish we would eventually get the articulation the movie figures have. That would be amazing, Jakks. Just up the price to 15 per figure, make the scale a little bit larger, and add more articulation, and now we're talking. Coming down to the legs, these are some of the worst legs I've ever seen on any Sonic figure. These are really horrible. I mean, look at that. It just jiggles and moves and wiggles and grooves, but not in a good way. And looking at the legs, they're the same legs as Super Sonic, except for the shoes. We'll go over the shoes in a bit, but the articulation is fine. The swivel and then back and forth, same thing all the way out, down and up with the knee, and then you get a swivel and then up and down. Pretty good range, actually better than the previous shoes, and I love these. Let's talk about them finally. Everyone has been wanting these soap shoes, I guess, for Sonic because they were in Sonic Adventure 2, and now we have them. They're amazing. I love the detail. I love the look. I wish they were a little more white and less gray, but I guess that's how they are. I haven't really checked photos of anything, but these look really good. The red as well as the yellow and the dark gray on the back look very nice. There are a couple paint mishaps here and there, sadly, but I do like them, and overall they're a good fit. But the bottoms of the shoes are where it's at for me. You know I love the extra detail, and they went the extra mile to make these as good as possible. Good on you, Jakks. Way to go the extra mile for this. And again, the articulation is super solid on these. Very nicely done. You get some really good range on these. It's just amazing. I'm very happy we finally have this. Good job. And And as far as I can tell in this figure, there aren't really any legalese or barcodes or numbers or anything on the figure. It's really great. I love how this one looks, especially the shoes. The shoes really make it, honestly. And like I said before, you can swap the shoes between them, which is awesome because we get a Soap Shoes Supersonic. It's just phenomenal. We've already seen this guy, so putting this aside, we get some really nice yellows matching with the yellows up here, and the red really matches with the eyes too, and the grays match with the whites. It's all there. I mean, just look at this. Tell me this isn't awesome. This is just phenomenal. And also, I gotta say, this is white, this line inside here. That's really neat. I love these shoes. They're amazing. And also really great for chilling. I just love these shoes. They're just beautiful. Yes. All the yes. Supersonic stands at about 4 inches tall, and Soap Shoe Sonic stands at about 4 inches tall as well. Here they are next to modern Knuckles and Tails, and they look all great together, and the shoes actually fit in pretty well, especially with Knuckles. And while I couldn't fit the legs inside the shoes like Sonic does, here are Knuckles and Tails attempting to wear the shoes at least, and they look pretty okay, I think. Here they are next to Rouge and Shadow, looking awesome. I really love the cast of Sonic Adventure 2, and the movie was amazing. Please see the movie. It was great. And here they are next to Amy Rose and Eggman, looking awesome. Those soap shoes really carry this figure. Honestly, literally, they carry him. But there's someone out there who doesn't like soap shoes. Right after this. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and hit the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. The WEREHOG has a really cool head sculpt that is part Sonic and part something else. I'm really digging the light blue, dark blue contrast we have over here, with skin being light blue and fur being dark. It's so nice, and the tongue is even a deeper pink. That's great. The eyes, however, are where it's at. They are really shiny and very light green, almost like hypnotizing. It's wonderful. And the profile is so like wolfy and weaselly. It's wonderful. I just love how this looks, as well as those tips remind me of Tails, and I actually think that they are kind of like Tails' tails in the way that they are separate pieces glued onto the main head. That's super smart and very well done. I also like how these 4 come out and the other 2 just rest on the shoulders. Even the top of the head looks really cool with all that fur. It's so nicely done, and this is a great model that totally got the budget of the movie figures, and they got that figured out. Great. And for articulation, you get a swivel over here left and right. It's almost on a ball a lot. You get a lot of around and then up and then down and then pivot pretty well. But it's just so nice to see this WEREHOG head. The body has these super chunky, huge arms with the gray claws that are awesome, and then sort of fur coming off of those. It's just great. The only nitpick I have for this figure so far is this joint over here. It's very easy to see. Why couldn't they do it like this one? That would have been awesome. Taking this out would have been great. Pinless deck, you know? And the fur looks so nice around the body. We even get this little teardrop over here, reminiscent of Movie 2 Sonic's figure. Remember that from years ago? As well as going around to his back, where we get the 2 quills over here, as well as a little tail and a couple of Jakks-specific things for China at least. And going back down to the fingers, we get an outstretched hand over here, and the palm detail is so nice, as well as the other hand that's basically the same thing mirrored. I don't care. I'm glad to have this WEREHOG. And once again, all the fur is immaculately done. I think this even has some wash on it. They put so much detail into this thing. It's insane. I just love it. And while there isn't any articulation over here, sadly, we do get up pretty far and then down pretty far and all the way around, as well as a swivel over here and then a up and down over here at the elbow, and then a wrist twist over here going all the way around without much pivot or anything left and right, up and down. There is a tiny bit of pivot, but it's mostly the peg inside the socket. And while you'd expect the legs to be really strong and large and muscular, they just aren't here. They're little stumps. It's pretty cute, actually. Again, we get that nice fur tech going all the way around and joints in the back, but it does look really nice from the front at least. And these shoes, oh, excuse me, these cleats are just insane. I mean, look at the spikes in the bottom of each. They're really nicely done. It's almost like tank treads over here or something. We do get holes in the bottom, by the way, thank goodness. And the tops look nice and more spikes over here and ripped socks. What a shame. And going around to the back, we get, yes, a number thingy, but it's so hidden by the red on red. I don't even see it. It's awesome. We also get little parts of the shoes as well as more detail on the socks. It looks so great. They went above and beyond for this figure. I love it. And for the articulation, we get up pretty far over here and then back pretty far over there and then all the way out. Very nice with a down and a up and a swivel over here at the top and a swivel at the knee. And here's where it gets interesting. We have ankle articulation, actual ankle articulation over here going up and down as well as a pivot. This is insane. Someone call the news as well as a swivel. Oh my god. I can't believe they packed this much articulation into this thing. It is so nicely done. It's seamless almost. I don't like this pin at least over here, but the rest of it is just mwah, perfection. Yes. And of course the same articulation extends not only in the legs but also the arms for each side being mirrored pretty much. This is one of the best figures that Jakks has ever put out for this line. The WEREHOG stands at about 4 3/4 inches tall or so. Here is the WEREHOG next to some larger figures such as Vector and Big the Cat with extra accessories I gave them, and they look nice together actually, pretty much in scale. I think these two could tussle, but these two wouldn't fight. He's too cute. And here is the WEREHOG with smaller characters such as SBO and Cream the Rabbit. Speaking of ice cream though, I would love to see Chip eventually. That'd be cool. Here is the WEREHOG next to Knuckles and Tails, and they look really nice together, pretty much in scale, and I think Knuckles can take the WEREHOG. Posing these two would be really awesome, especially with the whole punch-catch thing they got going on here. Here's the WEREHOG with Rouge and Shadow, and they look really nice together. I'm not sure if they appear in Unleashed, but here they are in figure form at least. And here's the WEREHOG next to Amy and Eggman. I do think Amy is way out of scale here, even though Eggman is fine. And Amy Rose here is the reason why my playthrough didn't go so well with Sonic Unleashed. You all should check it out actually. It's the funniest thing. And here is the WEREHOG next to the Team Sonic 3-pack Supersonic wearing soap shoes, and the Jakks Gold Classic Hypersonic. I love these three, and they look great, especially with the soap shoes. These are just amazing figures here. And here is the WEREHOG next to its other pack members, Supersonic and Grind Shoe Sonic. They look really great together, actually. And are also kind of a funny day cycle, night cycle, and then normal, at least, figures. It's kind of symbolic and really awesome. Overall, an unknown 3-pack Unleashed. Supersonic is a great figure for this 3-pack, not only for symbolic value, but also if you don't have this figure already, it's a great way to pick one up. A wonderful figure here. Grind Shoes Sonic suffers from mold degradation, where the figure won't even stand up, is incredibly floppy, and needs a redo fast. Jakks also could have given us the opposite set of hands for Sonic. Having all 4 in one pack would have been nice, and also an alternate head sculpt for him. That would have been great. The soap shoes or grind shoes or Sonic Adventure 2 shoes in this case are amazing, have great sculpt, paint, and articulation. They're phenomenal and worth the price of getting a horrible Sonic figure along with them. The WEREHOG is amazing. I really love the coloration on this, how dark he is, as well as how light he is in some places. The sculpting team not only gave us some amazing fur, but also some great articulation to go with this. It's a masterpiece and really beautiful. A lot of excellent engineering went into this figure, and I hope we get better and better moving forward with more and more articulation points. So if you're a fan of any form of Sonic the Hedgehog, soap shoes, or Jakks-specific figures, then these are the ones for you. You'll love this pack. The winner here is obviously the WEREHOG, but Supersonic wearing soap shoes is a close second. Throw away the rest of the parts. You won't miss them. But make no mistake, the best way to get a clean WEREHOG is with Super Soap Shoes. So which Hedgehog here is your favorite? Supersonic, Grind Shoe Sonic, or the WEREHOG itself? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com for more reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.